Okay, so you've got your app built and maybe it's published, but the question is, how do you make sure your app is safe when real people start using it? I'm Sarah, I work in developer relations here at Replit, and today I'm going to walk you through the security features that Replit offers and the 4 things that you can do to keep your app actually protected. So let's start with the good news. Replit already does a lot of the hard security work for you just by building here. Things like protecting your app from attacks or keeping your data separate from other people's data, that's already being handled by Replit. You don't need to think about that. The first thing I want to show you is the security pane. You just head to your project and search for security. This will bring up the security center. Now there's 2 things in the security center we're going to cover today. The first thing is automatic dependency scans. These scans run for free in the background and you don't have to turn them on, they run automatically. So what is a dependency? Your app doesn't just run on the code that you wrote. Think of it as ingredients in a recipe. Most of the time they're fine, but occasionally some will get flagged as unsafe. So if you take a look at the dependency table, I have 29 potential vulnerabilities. And these are the package names and the severity, which is high, and I also have some medium ones. And the status of them are unresolved. To resolve them, I click and select all the packages and just press Fix All with Agent. So now we can see that Agent is generating up a plan to fix all my dependencies, and we'll let that run in the background. Now beyond that, there's also this Agent security scan, which goes a bit deeper. So when you hit this button, Run Scan with Agent, something pretty cool happens. Security Agent actually maps out your whole app, the routes, the APIs, how your data flows, and it builds something called a threat model. It basically answers the question, given what this app does, what could go wrong? And this is really cool because Agent understands the context of your app and it can look for security features based on that. Alright, it looks like the security scan is complete and we just need to ask Agent to fix them. Agent fixes multiple issues in parallel and you can run the security scan again to make sure they're all resolved. My recommendation is to run the security scan every time you make a major change and definitely before you publish to the web. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about is Auto Protect. So this relates back to the dependency scans that I was talking about earlier. Auto Protect basically takes that one step further. So instead of individually going to each app and checking the vulnerabilities, you can get automated emails of these dependency risks. All you need to do is go to Settings, hit Advanced, and then you can see this Auto Protect security vulnerabilities at the top. You can change the setting here to go off at which level of security risk that you want to get an email for, and you can choose one of these. Then you will also need to set the email notifications. So you go to Personalization, head to Email Notifications on the bottom, and you'll see this tab for security alerts, and you can change the emails to be sent for all these severity levels. Okay, one thing worth noting is that Auto Protect scans your dependencies or third-party packages. For vulnerabilities in your own code, that's when you're going to use Agent Security Scan. Together, they cover both sides, your own code and other people's packages. Okay, the third thing you can do is to keep sensitive information on the server side. This is one of the most common mistakes in vibe-coded apps, and it's a really easy mistake to make. If you paste an API key on the client-side code, that means it's visible to anybody who opens developer tools. And the same thing goes for storing sensitive information in local storage or cookies without proper security settings. The rule is simple. Anything that is sensitive should live in Replit secrets. If you're ever unsure whether something is being handled safely, you can just ask Agent, can you check whether my app is keeping sensitive data out of the browser? And it will look in the project and tell you. And this is the last thing. If your app has any sort of login, and most apps do, how you set it up is really important from a security standpoint. Building authentication from scratch leaves room for a lot of security issues. Replit has 2 built-in authentication options you can use instead. The first is Replit Auth. This lets users sign in through their Replit account. You just ask Agent to add sign-in using Replit Auth, and this will set everything up for you. The second way you can add authentication is through Clerk. With Clerk, users can create an account and sign in within your app. And it also supports Google, GitHub, Apple, and more. All you need to do to add a Clerk is to tell Agent to add Clerk Auth to the app. Okay, so to recap, you should be running a security scan, turn on Auto Protect, keep your secrets safe and out of the browser, and using Replit or Clerk built-in authentication. Let me know if this was helpful. Build something safe on Replit today, and I'll see you in the next video.